Assalamu alaikum, dear student. In today's session, I'm going to teach about bubble sorting, what bubble sorting is, and what is the concept of sorting. Sorting is basically arranging the number into an order, and as we have learned from our earlier classes, that sorting could be in ascending order or in descending order. Ascending means increasing the number, and descending means decreasing the number. So in pseudocoding, basically we are implementing sorting on the basis of their textual data or their integer data. Quite easy in case of textual integer data, but yes, we can easily do it in the form of string data or character data as well. So let's start our topic. Before starting this topic, I want to introduce the concept of swapping. In our session, you will be able to know that why we required swapping, the concept of swapping to be implemented first. So what is swapping? In fact, swapping is changing the position of two numbers. So how will we go about it? For example, I'm saying I have two numbers, first number and second number. So what is swapping? I want to change the position of 52 here and 10 to here. So although it seems quite easy, but when I am copying 50 here, so what is happening? The content of this first number will be lost and we won't be able to copy 10 to location of second number. So what is the solution? For that purpose, we are introducing a temporary variable or temp variable that will hold the value for a while. Till then, we are storing the number into another number's position. So here we have one more variable temp. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to store this second number 50 here. So this place is blank now. I'm going to copy this first number position data, that is 10 to here. And at the end what I'm going to write this temp position data here to location of first number. So you would be able to know that you would be able to get that how are we swapping the data between two numbers by using a temporary variable. Although it's quite easy in case of programming languages, but as our focus is on pseudocoding, so we need to learn this process accordingly. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to write it is in the form of steps. I'm going to write the pseudocode for it. This is our step number 1, number 2, and step number 3. So let's start a pseudocode for it. We are using assignment statement as we are assigning the value. So what I am doing, I am going to assign the value of second number to temp. So how I am going to write it? Second number and I am going to store this into temp variable. Okay, now what I am doing, whatever is in number, I am going to copy it to the location of second number. Okay, and then whatever is in temp, I am going to store it in first number position. Hopefully you will be able to get the concept of swapping very clearly, that it is in the form of steps by using a temporary variable. So why do we need this swapping statement? So here is a simulation of bubble sorting. So let's start from the beginning. You can see here that in first iteration one number has been set. The size of the list is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it means that our loop should be iterated till for 8 times. And here you can see one more thing. We are selecting two terms and we are swapping them. All right. So at one complete iteration, one number will be set. Now you will see that one more number will be set here. Got it? So next time our loop will be executed for the rest of the number of element in the list. So what we are doing, in fact, we are swapping two numbers. If it is ascending order, we will check that if this number is greater than other number, we will swap it. Getting my point? That in case of ascending, I need the highest number at the end of the list. Alright, so now it's quite clear that we have to incorporate swapping algorithm somewhere in our pseudocode. And one more thing that we require is a looping statement that is iterating through the list. And then if the swapping is done, we need a Boolean variable. If we are swapping, we are turning this flag on that swapping is being done. So let's discuss it in the form of pseudocode. Okay, G. So what is here? You can see here a looping statement is here, yes, and one more loop is here. Okay, G. Then here you can see swapping, that we are going to copy the content of array element into temp variable. Then we are going to copy the location 2 into location 1's content, and whatever is being stored in temp, we are going to copy it into temp, like first location. So this example is basically from an array, and here we are comparing the temperature. We need to sort the temperature in a list. And how are we going to go about it? For example, I have a list of temperatures. Randomly, I am writing the temperature like 32, 27 degrees centigrade, 43, and 22. So let's start. This is our index, right? And the name of the array is temperature. So what are we doing here? We are setting a value first to 1 and last to 10, right? So it will be iterating from position number 1 to last minus 1. So why are we using last minus 1 here? If I am comparing these two pairs, then these two pairs, right? And then these two pairs, right? For last, we have nothing to compare, so definitely we are going to write our statement till last minus 1. So here we are iterating our loop from first to last minus 1. Sorry. Okay, G. So let's start our tracing. We have a variable swap. Initially it was like so far, no swapping has been done. Whenever there will be a swap, this value will be changed to true. For index first to last minus 1, suppose in this case we have last is equal to 4, it means that our loop will be executed till number 3. If temperature of index, so I am talking about this element, temperature of index, is greater than temperature of index plus 1, I am comparing 32 with 27. 32 is greater than 27. Yes, we will move to then part. We are going to assign temperature of index to temp. Here we have mode variable temp. What are we doing? Temperature of index, we are going to copy 32 here. Then we are going to copy 27 here. And then 32 will be written back to this position. Hopefully, you are very much clear with the concept of swapping now. So we are done with this swapping, and as swapping has been done, so swap is equal to true. Now we will move to next index. Means we have to compare next two values, 32 and 43. Is 32 is greater than 43? No. So we will not go to this conditional statement if. We will simply exit out of it and index will be moved to next location. Now we have 43 and 22. Yes, 43 is greater than 22. Again, we will go with the swapping and our swap will be true. Now 43 has been adjusted till here, right? So at this position 43 has been adjusted and the rest of the list is somewhat like this: 22, 32 and 27, right? Last minus 1. Last is equal to last minus 1. Now our last has been changed. Now it's 22. Alright, we will compare it till, we will check or swap till location 3. As I've already discussed in our first slide, that whenever we are comparing two elements, then we will swap it and otherwise we will leave it as it is. Alright, so not swap or last is equal to 1, we are putting a condition until here. If there is no more element to be swapped or we have reached till the end of the list, our algorithm will be stopped. Alright, hopefully you will be quite clear with the term, all the terms that what are we doing here in this algorithm. We are just checking if the element need to swap, we will swap it. Otherwise, we will just jump to next location. Okay, Ji. So other than that, I have seen one of the questions from the past paper about flowchart tracing. This part is also somewhat like bubble sorting. Here you can see that we have one flag. Yes, this flag is what? In case of swapping, this flag will be turned to 1. And if there is no swap, it will be remains as, as it is. Here you can see we are doing the same comparison as we did it in our pseudocode. We are comparing the first element of the list with the second element. And if this condition is true, then we will go to this swapping part. These statements are related to swapping and flag will be turned true. Otherwise, we will jump to next index or next count. And if we will reach the end of the list or our flag is 0, our sorting will be done and our loop, our pseudocode will be stop executing for more iterations. Hopefully this thing will be quite clear to you that what bubble sorting is all about and how are we going to go about it. For further lessons, inshallah, for further session, we will keep watching my videos. Thank you very much.